Morning, Decky and Elin. It's another day for music this week. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to show you a book about dancing. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance. And maybe you have this book at home. It's very, very fun. And it's talking about lots of different kinds of dances. It's about jungle animals and how people were always making fun of Gerald the giraffe because he danced goofy and people always made fun of him. I want you to watch this read aloud book. It won't take very long, and then we're going to do something fun. Hang on just a minute.
Hello there, it's Ani. I'm so happy you're here. Are you ready for a story? Today we're going to read Giraffes Can't Dance. If you have a copy, go get it so you can read along with me. Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre, illustrated by Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept up from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then one by one each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. Gerald learned he could do something he thought was impossible. His cricket friend taught him to find the power inside to try. He just needed to learn to believe in himself. We all have the power inside of us to do things we would never dream we could. We just need to believe in ourselves and keep on trying. I hope you enjoyed our story today. See you next time.
Okay, now there is a man who wrote a song about the very same thing. And he's kind of telling the story in the song. So we're going to hear the story 2 times today. One time someone is reading it from a book and showing us the pictures in the book. The second time is a man that's singing a song. And the woman who put this video together actually went to Africa, and she took a lot of these pictures of real animals in Africa. So I want you to watch it this time with the real animals of Africa. Then we have an activity.
Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and roll. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons had teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald simply froze up, he was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought, I'm useless, oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor as he started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad, so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, called the cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault, then leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I am dancing, yes, I'm dancing, I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived on Gerald, boogied on, and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, it's a miracle, we must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. He raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find the music that we love.
Okay, so that was kind of interesting to see how someone took a book and they turned it into a song, and they wrote a melody, and it worked, and it kind of helped because the book kind of rhymed already. And if you notice, a lot of times when you see songs, they usually rhyme just like a poem does. And this book was kind of written like a poem because you could see how it rhymed at the end of every page. And so this man turned it into a song, which is very cool. On your Seesaw page, you're also going to have a little packet that says, Gerald, Giraffes Can't Dance. You're going to color Gerald in, make a border for me because you're in second grade. You can do lots of fancy things. The back page of it is a quick little maze. Oops, backside, quick little maze. And the third page is what I really want you to do. This is like a little art project to do with music today. And if you look on the third page, there's a picture of a colorful giraffe. And it's, if you look closely, the person who drew the picture traced their hand. So find a piece of paper, and if you flip your hand upside down like this, and you look at the picture in the thing, I'm trying to do it like this. If you look at this is kind of like Gerald's head, the giraffe's head, and then there are 4 legs, just like this. So before you even start your art project, get a blank piece of paper, trace your hand, and when you flip it upside down like this, it kind of turns into 4 legs and the head for a giraffe. And you can decorate that and color it. And because you're in second grade, I think I would like you to draw some jungle details in the background. So don't just draw a giraffe and make it colorful. I think you can make a border. I think you can draw a jungle in the background and make it really, really colorful. That would be really fun. And take a picture of it and show me and send it to me, and that would be really fun. And that's what we're going to do for music this week. Have a great time. It's kind of an art project and a music project. See you later.